What's happening, everybody? Jeff Lightsy Jr. here with the Black Boss channel with Victory Formation. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe. Now, the 49ers did the right thing. They didn't try to outsmart the room. They didn't do what all the experts thought they were going to do, and they didn't draft Mac Jones. Instead, they drafted Trey Lance, which was a much smarter pick. They drafted Trey Lance. It looks like they're going to keep Jimmy Garoppolo, at least for the time being, and move forward that way. And here's why that was smart. I'm just be honest with you. The 49ers taking Mac Jones would have been a bonehead move. Mac Jones is going to be a solid quarterback. He might even be in a really good quarterback with the New England Patriots. But you don't move up from 12 to 3 and give away 3 first-round picks to get just a solid quarterback. You try to hit a home run. And number 3, you want to hit a home run. You want to get a player that can change your franchise. You want to get a player that can lead you to the Super Bowl. And Mac Jones is and not only lead you to the Super Bowl, but win a Super Bowl. Mac Jones' ceiling looked like it could be Jimmy Garoppolo. Well, hell, you already got that in the building. Why in the world would you trade up to get a player that you already have that just may be more durable? Like, that's not what you want. You don't want another version of Jimmy G. You want a player that's more dynamic. You want a player that looks like the 2021 version of the NFL, that looks like Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson and Russell Wilson and Kyler Murray and Justin Herbert with big, strong, fast, athletic with rocket of arms. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want that kind of quarterback now. That's where the NFL is going, and it's not going backwards. You want those guys to give you a dual threat. You want those guys that's going to make your offense with the weapons you got with Kittle and Deebo Samuels and Brandon Ayuk and Trent Williams to go out there and make plays. And Mac Jones can distribute, but I don't know if he's that guy. Trey Lance isn't that guy yet, but has all the potential in the world to be that guy. I'm not going to lie. I watched Trey Lance on First Take the day of the first round, before the first round took place, and I was like, whoa. I see why this guy is blowing teams away. This man, in just an interview, was one of the best interviews I'd seen by a guy coming into his rookie year as a quarterback ever. It was just like, whoa, like, this is what you've been doing when you go and meet with these teams. You articulate yourself that well. You're able to handle these questions and maneuver your way around these questions that well at 20 years old. Whoa, G. Like, whoa. And then I look at the tape, and I'm looking at the tape and seeing what you're doing there. Granted, it is North Dakota State, and it is against inferior competition. But it's not like the competition, the players on his team are that much better than the competition, right? Like, so I get amazing tape, and you come in, I get amazing tape, amazing measurables, and you interview like that? Oh my God, G. Like, I feel like I might get my version of Josh Allen. And look what Josh Allen's doing in Buffalo. And they haven't. See, Josh Allen just had to get the receiver, and now he's looking like a player. They already got the talent in San Francisco. This is a Super Bowl made-ready team right now. You know how, prepackaged meals? Trey Lance is getting a prepackaged meal, gourmet meal. Boom, you just heat it up, and it's good to go. And that's what he's getting. And don't get me wrong, Mac Jones would have been successful in San Francisco. There's no doubt in my mind that he would have been successful in San Francisco, just like I think he can be successful in New England. But Trey Lance can be special. And they made the right choice at 3. You don't want just okay. You want the potential to be special. And Trey Lance can be special. I was still a Justin Fields guy over Trey Lance. Don't get me wrong. They would have really been special if they got Justin Fields. And no disrespect to Trey Lance on that. I just, apples to oranges. Some people like apples more. Some people like oranges more. I was a Justin Fields. For San Francisco, it was Trey Lance. And either way it goes, it's better than Mac Jones. I'm going to just be honest. It was a better pick than Mac Jones. And Mac Jones landed in a great situation in New England. So don't get me wrong. He's going to have some success in New England being the quarterback there. But I really like that San Francisco went out and got Trey Lance. They got a guy that can really be dynamic. And like I said, added with those weapons on their offensive side and that defense led by Nick Bosa. Come on, man. San Francisco's ready to go back to the Super Bowl right now. Right now. They're going to have to pay some of those guys too. Kittle just got paid last year. They're going to have to move Jimmy G off the books after this season because Nick Bosa, if he has another great year, he's going to want a big payday. They just had to pay Trent Williams. He just got paid. So they got some of the highest paid players in the league on their roster already, and Trent Williams and George Kittle. If Ayuk end up being a player, Deebo Samuels was only a second-round pick, so he has less years. He's going to want to get paid. So they're going to have to make this work, and it's good to start that clock now and hopefully get a guy like Trey Lance. Like the same thing I said about Justin Fields. Let him get those. Trey Lance might need the whole year because he's coming from a big talent gap from coming from the FCS level to the NFL level. And he still's got some things to work on. He's still not the most polished passer, but he gives you that crazy dual threat. His numbers look like Lamar Jackson when he was at Louisville, right? So he's got crazy, and he's bigger, he's stronger. He's not as fast as Lamar Jackson, but he probably is a little more accurate and has a little better arm, or around the same about arm strength. So it's going to be interesting to see Trey Lance in that San Francisco offense. He's a very dynamic player, and I wish him nothing but the best. And Mac Jones the same. I wish him nothing but the best. He's going to New England with the quarterback coach, offense coordinator, and a head coach that knows exactly how to get the most out of that type of quarterback, that type of skill set. So all these guys landed in perfect spots, but Trey Lance was the smart decision by the San Francisco 49ers over Mac Jones. For months, we were hearing it was all Mac Jones, and I wasn't going to believe it until I saw it, and therefore I was right in not believing that they were going to draft Mac Jones at number 3. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Once again, I'm Jeff Lightsy Jr., the Victory Formation in the Black Boss channel, and follow us on Instagram at VF Sports Show. We post content on there all the time. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you next time.